Catholic Church actually created Islam.
You said Khadija was a nun,
Retired nun.
but she was married.
But let's put it,
Yeah. She was like in a parish.
yeah, she was a nun at one time.
So there were parishes in Mecca.
Well, I didn't say she was.
This is pretty interesting.
I didn't say she was in Mecca.
Where was Khadija? Not in Mecca?
I didn't mention where she was at.
So where was she?
You'd have to dig deeper on that.
Do nuns get married?
Well, she wasn't a nun at the time.
So when she was married before the Prophet Muhammad as a young woman, she wasn't a nun. And then she retired from being a nun.
She had been a nun, and she retired from it.
When did she retire? Like what age?
When she joined the nunnery,
Where was this nunnery? Because she lived in Mecca her whole life.
I said she was a nun
You did say she was
in a nunnery, but
So you did say she was in a nunnery.
well, wait a minute.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, because you said she was a nun in a nunnery.
I think any Muslim's going to agree with it.
I'm not looking at it from a Muslim or a Christian or a Protestant perspective. I just want to understand historically what you're saying. You're saying Khadija was a nun in a nunnery. What I am at a loss to understand historically, not about Islam or Christianity, is Khadija, her entire life was in Mecca according to the consensus of historians, and there was no nunnery in Mecca. So where was this nunnery at?
Didn't say.
Okay, so then...
Just told you what I read.
Okay, well, what you read is definitely not historic. In fact, if you go to any early book of history, whether you look at Roman writings or whether you look at Tabari or Ibn Kathir or Bidayah wa Nihaya or Al-Dhahabi, Siyar Alam al-Nubala, these are actual books with hadith that reference first eyewitness accounts. She was never a nun. She was never Catholic. She was already married at a very early age. Her husband died. She had children from that husband. So she couldn't have been a nun earlier. And then for her to like, it's not me, it's history disagreeing with you. So look up actual books of history.
Yeah.
Look up like Karen Armstrong. She's not Muslim. She wrote the
I've read
biography.
one of her books, The Gnostic Gospel.
Huh? Interesting.
You ever heard of that one?
I have. Yeah. I haven't read it, but I have heard of it.
I've seen a book from her.
History of God. I've read a lot of her books. But as a non-Muslim historian, even she says that Khadija was not a Catholic, not a Christian. She was a regular Meccan woman that lived her entire life in Mecca, right? And there were no nunneries in Mecca, and she was not a nun by any historic standard. So look that up.